Liv Morgan. Relationships, real life and on-screen boyfriends and husbands. Everything you need to know about Liv Morgan's dating and relationship history in and out of the ring. Hello guys. Welcome to my channel. I am Elena. Have a nice day. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Liv Morgan has risen the ranks of WWE through hard work, dedication, and a willingness to try new things. Now, sitting as one of the company's top stars, Morgan is a former WWE Women's World Champion and Money in the Bank winner. Whether it be on screen or off-screen, Morgan's relationship status seems to always become a topic of conversation among the fan base. From her past romances with fellow WWE stars to her storyline with Dominic Mysterio and the Judgment Day, here is everything you need to know about Liv Morgan's dating and relationship history. Meeting as members of the WWE roster. A relationship between Bo Dallas and Liv Morgan has been heavily rumored, but never outright confirmed by either party throughout their time in the company. While not outright solidifying their bond, both Morgan and Dallas have mentioned their personal connection and mutual respect for each other as WWE performers, with many fans pointing to Bray Wyatt as the couple's connection point due to his friendship with Liv. This relationship seemed to be kept relatively private, with the two only being seen publicly together on a handful of occasions. Recently, Morgan confirmed that she is currently single and is mostly focused on her WWE career, as well as other aspirations. According to Liv Morgan, she met Enzo Amore while working as a waitress at a Hooters in New Jersey. Being a longtime wrestling fan and wanting to get in the ring, Amore opened the door for her opportunity in WWE. The two kept their relationship mostly under wraps for their time in WWE together, not wanting to let their romance get in the way of their own collective ambitions. It was eventually revealed that Amore cheated on Morgan during the course of their relationship. Their reportedly on-again, off-again relationship finally concluded in 2017. Since then, Morgan has become a top star in WWE, while Amore currently works with Fourth Rope Wrestling as their current flyweight champion. Liv Morgan has been romantically linked to wrestlers due to social media posts and photos alongside them. After being seen flirting on Twitter, many fans have speculated that Morgan and Tyler Bate had some kind of relationship during the British star's first few years in WWE. Despite the two stars being seen getting very cozy with one another in photos online in 2018, it seems like whatever happened between Morgan and Bate is over now and was brief while it lasted. Back in 2019, the wedding between Bobby Lashley and Lana was interrupted by Liv Morgan. After weeks of vignette teases, Morgan made her return and revealed that she had an affair with Lana. This revelation led to a brawl between Lana and Liv that closed that episode of WWE Raw. Morgan went on to turn babyface and align with Lana's husband Rusev against her and Lashley. After attacking and injuring Rhea Ripley following WrestleMania 40, Liv Morgan started to seduce her rival's on-screen boyfriend and love interest Dominic Mysterio for months. While Mysterio tried to deny the advances of Morgan, he eventually decided to align with Liv and helped her defeat Ripley to retain the WWE Women's World Championship at SummerSlam 2024. Morgan and Mysterio became the WWE's newest power couple and were among the most featured acts on Monday Night Raw. Liv and Dirty Dom are still in their on-screen relationship, but Morgan is currently away from WWE television with a dislocated shoulder injury that has sidelined since June 2025. Perhaps one day Mysterio will go on to become Liv Morgan's husband. How WWE? Paul Heyman's role is changing Roman Reigns' story. Paul Heyman has long been the wise man to Roman Reigns, the tactician, spokesperson, and emotional antithesis to the latter. He has contributed to the creation of the Bloodline into the most dominant faction in the WWE. WrestleMania 41. He is no longer simply a manager, but a fulcrum of the story of Roman Reigns. This change in allegiance is redefining not just the character growth of Reigns, but the WWE power terrain. A foundation built on loyalty, until it wasn't. Over the years, Heyman used to treat Reigns with respect and unconditional loyalty. He assisted in developing the character of Reigns as a tribal chief by providing advice and verbal power. However, at WrestleMania 41, in a triple threat match, CM Punk and Seth Rollins fought. Heyman did make his decision, but on this occasion, Heyman sided with Rollins. That was the breaking point of expectations and the conclusion of a period in the life of Reigns. No longer does Heyman act as the supportive voice that stands next to the champion, but it is he whom Roman must deal with night after night. Without that wise man, a solitary chief. WWE has pushed Reigns out of his comfort zone by separating him from Heyman. Now, the leader must guide on his own, revealing more of his leadership and his weaknesses. We are witnessing a Reigns who must defend himself, take more actions in front of the world, and consider the consequences of having your closest friend as your adversary. Reigns is grappling with betrayal, emotionally and psychologically, and it is something the fans are seeing, which gives a new dimension to his identity as a tribal chief. The move of Heyman is not as impulsive. He has positioned his turnover as a strategic part. He feels that the old order of things with Reigns has been stretched to the fullest, and that it has fresh opportunities with new powers such as Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed. Heyman desires to be relevant in other spheres, and identifying himself with the emerging stars is one way of doing so. In the case of WWE storytelling, it leaves a large variety of feud options, not only Reigns versus Heyman, but Reigns versus Rollins, Reed, Breakker, and even Power Reigns is now altering his goals because of the betrayal by Heyman. Being the tribal chief is no longer sufficient. He needs to regain his position or show at least that it is not irrelevant without the support of Heyman. He will have to recover the advantage, meet these new challenges, and determine whether to change his image or to redouble the principles on which Heyman started. It is now a question of resilience on the side of Reigns. Can he fall with the loss of his wise man, or shall he become even more lethal? 3 Sins of Roman Reigns in WWE. Roman Reigns is recognized as one of the greatest stars in the modern era of WWE. Over the past few years, the original tribal chief has consistently proven why he is one level above everyone else. However, there were some incidents in the past where the head of the table had committed sins. In this article, we will look at 3 sins the OG Bloodline leader committed in the Stamford-based promotion back in 2016. Roman Reigns was suspended by WWE for a wellness policy violation. This happened 2 days after Money in the Bank 2016, when Reigns suffered a loss to Seth Rollins in a World Heavyweight title match on June 21, 2016. The company announced the suspension of the OTC, citing the violation of the wellness policy. This was one of the major incidents that put Roman in controversy. Later, it was reported that Reigns used Adderall to recover from the fatigue and pain, and returned to WWE after the suspension came to an end. Making Matt Riddle write an apology letter. Roman Reigns once had Matt Riddle write an apology letter for him. This comes after Riddle, in a few interviews, talked about beating Reigns in a real fight. I could beat him in an MMA fight, a jiu-jitsu match. In a football game, he could catch better than me, throw better than me, tackle better than me, he said. After this interview surfaced on the internet, The former WWE star revealed that the OTC texted him about being unhappy with the comments. Soon after this, Riddle texted an apology letter to the head of the table and got it approved first by Randy Orton. Going off on Kevin Owens backstage. Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns had a heated history in WWE. Once, during the men's War Games match, the prizefighter slapped the OTC, which caused an injury to his eardrum. Following this, reports disclosed that Reigns was unhappy with Owens backstage after the show. Also, it was revealed that everything calmed down within 20 minutes regarding the report on what happened backstage with Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens. The story is accurate in the sense Reigns got upset after being popped and had noticeable bruising under his left eye. There was talk of a possible broken eardrum, but that was not confirmed to us. Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer reported Roman Reigns makes shocking claim about Paul. Heyman Roman Reigns is gearing up for his match against Bronson Reed at Crown Jewel 2025. The stalwarts will clash in an Australian street fight, and this time the OTC will be more prepared than he was at Clash in Paris. Despite securing the win, Reigns was stretchered out of the arena due to Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, demolishing him with spears and tsunamis. Roman Reigns reveals why he does not need to worry about Paul Heyman. During his time as the undisputed WWE Champion, Roman Reigns was closely working with Paul Heyman. He understands how the WWE Hall of Famer works and the type of game planning he can do with the Vision members. During his appearance on the Pat McAfee show, the OTC claimed that he does not need to worry about Heyman, and he has soaked up all the knowledge from him. Roman Reigns referred to the Oracle as old man, and dumb. I would say anything that I need to be worried about, he's doing right now, when we get out there physically in that capacity. Never worried about the old man, you know what I mean? It is what it is. I choked him out last time. Just him getting in the bubble, he already understands that. But any type of, layered plan, any type of foil that he's trying to plan at this point, I think it's being game planned, in the forefront. So just got to be ready for everything. He taught me so much. I sat under his learning tree. I caught shade for a long time. So anything that he's teaching all these other guys, he's already, and sure, he's long-winded, so he'll keep on telling his stories, you know what I mean? I've like a sponge absorbed so much from the former wise man, I think he's gone dumb now. I don't think he is the same guy. It's become one of those situations where, I've become the master fans can expect Braun Breaker to attempt to run interference during the match. On the other hand, WWE might finally give Jimmy USO a huge push by having him save Reigns from the dog at Crown Jewel. Bronson Reed threatens Roman Reigns with unique weapon ahead of Australian street fight. Roman Reigns is set to face Bronson Reed in an Australian street fight at Crown Jewel this weekend in Perth, Australia. Ahead of the match, Reed threatened to hit the tribal chief with an old cricket bat during their upcoming match after returning last week. Reigns came out on Raw this week to challenge Reed for another match at Crown Jewel, which was immediately accepted by him as an Australian street fight. Ahead of his match, Reed sat down for an interview with the West Sport, where he showed interest in hitting Reigns with a cricket bat in their next match. Well, I think, Roman Reigns, he's got another thing coming. Maybe I'll hit him for 6 with the old cricket bat, the Australian street fight. I think the difference is we do it a little bit harder down here. Even with our sports, we don't wear protective gear or anything like that. So Roman has to be ready to, take it up that next notch compared to a normal street fight. Said Reed it will be interesting to see the carnage that will take place when these two monsters face each other once again at Crown Jewel. Roman Reigns said, Jimmy USO needs to shut up following WWE Raw Roman Reigns, recently made an appearance on The Pat McAfee Show, where he talked about his ongoing issues with Jimmy and Jey Uso. During his appearance, he said that he wished the USOs would listen to him and that Jimmy USO would shut up and take his advice. I wish he would listen to me a lot better. I wish his brother would just shut up and listen to me as well. It would make life a lot easier, because at the end of the day, I got the proof of concept. I'm the one who's mapped this thing out. I'm the one who understands how to get back to the new land. I'm the only one that can cross the ocean and come back, so I'm the only one that understands how to navigate these waters. And I just wish they would listen to me, he said. HT Wrestle Purists. It will be interesting to see what's next for this story involving Roman Reigns and the USOs on Raw. You need to read Paul Heyman's fiery clapback to Braun Strowman's blatant claim against him. The Oracle Paul Heyman has responded to Braun Strowman's claim following recent Raw. Roman Reigns kicked off the October 6th episode of WWE Raw to address the Dallas, Texas crowd, but was interrupted immediately by the Oracle and Big Bronson Reed. The Auszilla took shots at Reigns' family, naming his father and uncle. He then challenged Reed for a match in Texas, but he turned down the challenge, setting up an Australian street fight for Crown Jewel Saturday. During this segment, there was a moment when Heyman claimed that Reed was the first wrestler in WWE to send Roman Reigns out on a stretcher. No one before him did that. It was the first time that Reigns was stretchered out of the arena. Listening to these claims, the monster among men, Braun Strowman took to X and voiced his frustration over being omitted from WWE history. He called Heyman Oswald Cobblepot and uploaded an image of the segment from 2017 where he injured Reigns, leading to him being stretchered out from the arena, later flipping the ambulance. Read about it here. Now, Heyman has responded to this call-out by Strowman, writing, "Dear Mr. Strowman, your post was brought to my attention. I have nothing negative to say about you, nor to you, sir. In fact, I am actually relieved and indeed celebratory to learn you're still alive, something most of us didn't realize and even fewer cared about. This fiery response by Heyman to Strowman has caught the attention of the entire world. The Oracle is known for his mic work and his witty responses, and this response to Strowman was another example of that. Braun Strowman's monstrosity in WWE. Strowman was known for his unsettling and humongous presence in WWE. Gifted with immense strength, he used to manhandle stars around, totally dominating the ring, and it took more than one wrestler to bring him under control. Given his size and mass, it was nearly impossible for any wrestler to lift the monster up and over the ring. He is known for flipping multiple vehicles during his time on WWE TV. Starting with the ambulance flip in 2017, many vehicles have been Strowman's victims over the years. In 2018, he demolished a TV production truck after an outburst. In 2019, he pushed over Mr. McMahon's limousine, and in 2020, he flipped over a van with The Miz and John Morrison inside it. If somebody forgets to acknowledge their actions, even after all these proofs, it is expected that the monster will get mad.